I am back, my fellow Weebians, to give you what if Deku could use 100% of One For All, the movie. And this is my first movie. Like, you have to believe me, this is my first movie ever. I mean, like, I looked at everyone and was like, you know what? I barely ever finish my what ifs. I usually toss them to the side. So now I'm gonna try to do more movies than just part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, part 7, part 8, part 9, part 300. So yeah, and it's because I don't know, I keep doing you guys like this, but I hate cliffhangers. So this is a gift to you for my 2 months absence, and I'm pretty sure that's not a great gift. Even though you're gone for 2 months and you said you would upload, you liar. You're not the chosen. You're the chosen dumpster fire. I know, guys. My bad. I should have been recording, but I basically stick the middle finger at you guys right there. Not gonna lie, but I'm sorry, and I no excuses. But I hope this what if can make you guys forgive me. Let's begin. And I didn't forget about the polls. Don't worry, guys. I did not forget about the polls. And one of the comments says you should do a top 3, and I already is on it. I'm on it. I'm on it like fire, like wood on fire, bro. Like, don't worry. It's about to be spectacular, bro. Now, let's start this what if. Where we begin, we see Izuku. 4-year-old Izuku. He still has this child mentality, thinking about All Might this, All Might that, oh my god, All Might, giving him God. He loves All Might. He's basically sucking off this dude so hard. He loves All Might very much. All merchandise is All Might, All Might, All Might. Fuck Endeavor. That's basically his mentality right now as a kid. He loves All Might. He watches his videos, All Might, All Might, All Might. That's all he thinks about. He was diagnosed quirkless like original. And Izuku, right, was bullied. But I'm gonna change Izuku. Look, he's still gonna be acting a little humble, just a little humble. But in the original, he's not gonna act super humble. No. Izuku, he's gonna be different in this what if. More confident, more strong. Pain tolerance, same as Ken. He took a lot of blows, but still, he's gonna be a different person, basically. He's not going to be the same Izuku that everyone made fun of, everyone talked about, trashy. No. Izuku, I'm going to make Izuku a way better person. He's going to be truly worthy of One For All. I'm not saying the canon Izuku is not truly worthy. I'm just saying Izuku is just going to have the confidence that's going to make him more stronger, more versatile. He's not going to be humbled. So, because Izuku's gonna be like this, we have to give him the reasons why he's gonna be like that. Bakugo does the bullying thing, but he does it way worse. Just a tiny bit more worse. So Izuku, let's start where Izuku is. Izuku, after getting his 10th beating of the day, sitting on the ground, thinking, why him? And this is in 4th grade, not in kindergarten, 4th grade. He's thinking, why do I get beat and beat every day? For the 10th time this day, he keeps hitting me. What's the satisfaction he gets by pummeling me down to the ground? What does he like about the blood of contact? Zuko's basically doing his whole fucking speech about why. It's like he's a bird in a cage. He's like he can't free himself from Bakugo's clutches. He's getting bullied by him. He just can't be free from that. But that's what happens when you're born quirkless. As Izuku thought. As he gets up and keeps walking, his mind's still thinking, why? That's the question. That's the big question. Why? Why him? Why could he not have been born with a quirk, even a weak quirk at that? Why couldn't he not been born with a quirk that at least would have got him not bullying? He tried helping Bakugo. He tried being his friend, but that did not succeed. It just got worse and worse and worse, and he thinks Bakugo thinks that Izuku is looking down on him. How dare he, right? How dare he think that? Izuku's thinking. How could he be the one that's being pushed around for being born this way? Because you were born with a powerful quirk doesn't make you the better person. I'm gonna show him. And this is Izuku's declaration of war to Bakugo. I'm gonna show this punk that I won't be pushed around no more. Izuku does a Saitama routine, 100 push-ups, 100 squats. I believe 10-kilometer run every day. He won't stop. But this is not going to give him Saitama powers. No, just giving him the body he needs to control One For All in the future. So Izuku was doing all that, and Bakugo took a notice of Izuku's physique. It's getting stronger for such a weak, frail body he used to see. So he picks on Izuku way more. But Izuku's not at the stage he wants to be to pick a fight with Bakugo. He knows he's not going to win. So he asks his mother to take him classes to, I guess, boxing, MMA, UFC, all that. Now, isn't UFC like the competition? Never mind. But he wants to be trained in martial arts, karate, basically anything he can get his hands on. His mother, noticing that Izuku has been bullied and he needs this training because he was born quirkless, she jumps to the opportunity. Izuku was trained by 3 coaches. Even though Inka was not rich, she took up another job, a day job, another night job, and 3 jobs. She took up 3 jobs, day and night. And, being a mom is also a job, so I'll give her that. So, yeah. She did 3 jobs. Even though Sashi's still there, and Sashi even told her, you don't have to do it, I can work overtime and stuff like that. She's still like, no, your body's getting more frail by the minute every time you work. Sashi's trying to be a good father, seeing his son as quirkless, because Sashi's gonna be actually a good dad, and he's gonna call his son twice a day. I know, right? Twice a day. Because he misses his boy. Even though he was born quirkless, he still loved his boy. So Izuku is gonna have 2 loving parents in this one. I know Sashi dipped and stuff like that in canon, but this one, Sashi ain't gonna be dipping. Sashi ain't gonna be grabbing that mirror and going to the grocery store and taking that and never coming back. No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna be there. So we see Sashi, being the best parent he could, even though working overtime. So Izuku, and let's say the beginning of 6th grade for Izuku, or the middle school. We see Izuku still putting up gains. He's not bulky as fuck, no, but he has a perfect physique for his age. Bakugo, he takes more notice of this physique that Izuku been growing, and girls also notice him too. So, you know how it is. Izuku been getting caught of notices, and people have been liking him and shit like that. And Izuku just gives him a friendly smile and says thank you. People are not bullying him. Only Bakugo and his goonies are bullying him. The other people tell him to cut it off, leave Izuku alone, and stuff like that. Because Izuku was like the golden boy of the class. He was smart, strong, and kind of handsome to the women. And some boys in this class admired Izuku for, even without a quirk, he's still going to strive to become a hero. And Bakugo did not like that at all. So, he walks up to Izuku's desk and says, you damn nerd, you really think you can become a hero because you got a little more fucking pounds on you, huh? I can't believe that you're such a weakling. He throws an explosion at Izuku's desk, and Izuku jumps off in reflex before he can hit his desk. Explodes his desk, and Izuku already is about to throw a punch, and he stops at Bakugo's face. Bakugo didn't even take notice yet. You see Izuku's hand almost hit his face. Bakugo was shocked to the core, seeing this once quirkless boy rise above him. He does not like that. And because Izuku worked out, his body also grew 2 inches taller. So Izuku is looking down on Bakugo. Not like metaphorically, but just actually looking down. Like he's actually just, his eyes looking down at him. So, you know how Bakugo be like, so he actually took that metaphorically and actually. So he's like, you think you're looking down on me, huh? You only took a lucky punch. The other one. Bakugo looks down again, and he sees Izuku nudges like so fast that he barely notices. His hand was already at his stomach. Izuku was telling Bakugo that he could beat his ass right here in class and show everybody that you're the weakling here. Izuku begins to talk. Bakugo, you're gonna fix my desk, or you're gonna pay for it. 2 things. If you don't, well, you'll see what's gonna happen. Oh yeah? Then let's take this outside after class. Bakugo says he walks to his desk. Izuku just stands near his desk, grabs his chair and sits down. Even though his desk is fully destroyed, Izuku stands there, pulls out a book, and starts reading. The teacher's like, okay. Let's begin after all that. Starts his little thing and he finished all that stuff, he just does all that. After class, now, this is the good stuff. Remember, Izuku, he might train his body to his absolute limit and worked out as much as he can and learned all the box techniques. But Izuku has the most advantage in this fight. But Bakugo also has his own advantages because Izuku made it a plan. He needs to get closer to Bakugo. Bakugo is a long-range combatant, so he has to get closer. But that's gonna be really tricky. Bakugo's explosions can hit him, even if it doesn't touch him. Shock. He gets shocked. Was it shock? Shock blast or something like that. A shock wave that goes out of his explosion. So Izuku can't really get near him. But he'll find a way because Bakugo, he wants to feel the contact of his fist hitting Izuku, and Izuku knows that. So he could try to run away in circles so Bakugo can catch him. This is gonna be his plan. So they go outside and people, crowding around, or not crowding around them. They're really inside, like the classes, looking down, seeing the quirkless wonder versus the Pomeranian boy of the class. Izuku walks out, takes off his coat, or not coat, like his little uniform thing, and he looks at Bakugo. Do you really want this, Bakugo? I don't want to embarrass you in front of your goonies over there that's watching. Those goonies were cheering on Bakugo's name. Bakugo told him to shut up. I'll beat this nerd without you cheering for me. Being the boastful bullshit boy he was. And Izuku's like, oh, let's test out that little theory of yours. Izuku then he runs. Not at Bakugo, but runs away. And Bakugo's like, he's running. I knew this boy was, I knew Deku was weak. He runs out Izuku and starts throwing explosions behind him so he can propel himself faster. Izuku's like, perfect. When Bakugo's really close to throwing an explosion, Izuku comes right in front of him, throws a punch, and hits Bakugo in the face. Bakugo was dizzy, disoriented by getting hit that hard. Bakugo falls down, and he's still thinking, what's happening? They remember he's still in the fight. Yeah, Izuku hit him really hard. Yeah, this dude forgetting where he was. Bakugo's trying to pick himself up, but before that, Izuku grabs his head and knees him. Bakugo's nose starts to bleed. Bakugo gets dizzy again, but Izuku did not let loose. He kept pummeling Bakugo, kept hitting him. But Bakugo notices something. His sweat is trickling when he gets punched. Bakugo laughs a little. He's like, you're so fucked, Izuku. Izuku noticed something's off. Izuku forgot. His body's sweating. He's anxious. He knows he's about to lose. But now he knows he's gonna win. Before that, Bakugo ignites his whole body in an explosion that pushes Izuku back. Izuku gets hit with a full blast and falls very far. It's like he crashes down to the ground. Izuku's body's hurting. He noticed that he has a broken collarbone. That's not good. He notices that one of his ribs is broken, but it's nothing to Izuku. He felt this before. Bakugo gets up. He noticed that Izuku broke multiple of his fingers, so he can't be using his explosions. So that's what you were trying to use, huh, Izuku? Bakugo's thinking, you're really trying to make me lose. You're trying to make my arms obsolete. The Bakugo looks at his wrists. He knows that Izuku broke those too. So I can't be using my hands no more. If I do, this will give me tremendous pain, a strain on my body. So he was really putting out a plan. So this plan must have been his plan since day one. That damn dick. He's been planning against me since all this time. I bet even when we're children. Bakugo starts running at Izuku. Izuku knows that Bakugo's in a huge disadvantage after taking off his arms. Izuku's really hurt, coughing up blood and stuff, but this is nothing to Izuku. He felt this before. Izuku runs up on Bakugo. They both run and try to collide. Their both punches both connect with each other. But Izuku, he takes that punch while Bakugo could not. Bakugo falls back to the ground. Izuku gets up. Not gets up, he was already up, but he walks towards Bakugo and starts kicking him to the ground. He makes Bakugo look like a whole bitch in front of the whole school. Bakugo's pleading for him to stop. Izuku with a final kick knocks him out. Izuku leaves school, walking limply. He noticed them kicks he'd been giving Bakugo really put a strain on his legs. He walked out of school. This was the end of 7th period for him, so he was already leaving. Bakugo was on the ground while all the teachers put him in their office. They forgot about Izuku. They're already gonna put his ass on triple for that, but still, who cares? Izuku was still walking. He felt happy, accomplished. This drive just kept going. Bakugo was an obstacle that was in his way, a wall that he had tore down, and he just did it. He felt like a whole badass doing it too. Izuku smiles, walks back home, recovers from that. So days passed and Izuku goes to class, but this time he's gonna be held up by a long time. Izuku was going to school, right? But he takes the shortcut way. He goes under a bridge. In canon, this usually takes after class, but this one's gonna take before it. So when Izuku goes in, right, the sludge villain goes towards Izuku very fast. Izuku still, healed up. He's trying to heal his body once. He's trying to pull up a fight, but it's really hard. More of a fight than canon, but still a fight at last, or at least. Izuku was struggling, but he still hold out till All Might comes in. I am here with a trademark All Might smile. Throws a punch to the sludge villain, splatters, calls Izuku. You've hold yourself well. And it's an awkward situation because Izuku was, giving him the biggest eyes in the world. That's his idol to him. So he pulls out his book and almost like, don't worry, boy. In my lightning quick speed, I already signed your book. And Izuku's like, oh, okay, sir. All Might, thank you. Izuku, it's been a long time since Izuku stuttered, but he stuttered nonetheless. All Might smiled. He's gonna jump away, but Izuku need to ask this one question that's been in his mind since he was a little kid. He grabs All Might's leg, and All Might propels himself. And he's like, "Oh my boy, what are you doing? You have to get off." And he's like, "If I get off, I'll die." Izuku's like, "Oh, good point." He lands in the building, and Izuku does his canon trademark thing, and he's like, "Could I be a hero?" All Might says, "You cannot, even though I see that your body is strong, and that it could help certain people, but you need a quirk for this line of business." There is super and superhero quirk. That's the reason why. There are superheroes. My bad for yawning, guys. I really woke up pretty early to make this video. So, for Izuku, it shattered him a little, but it did not hold him back. He will be a hero even without All Might's recognition. So that's what Izuku will do. But still, Izuku was, working things out and, still sad, but here's an explosion. He knows that's Bakugo's explosion. And Bakugo was really heated. Like, even losing to Deku, now he's gonna lose his body. That's what Bakugo's thinking. So he's making more explosions than usual. So Izuku runs towards the commotion, and oh, by the way, All Might did had to deflate. You know, his form was true, and he told him about the thing. But he didn't talk about One for All. So yeah, Izuku was walking. We're not walking. He was towards the crowd and stuff like that, seeing Bakugo do explosion stuff, like trying to survive. Izuku thinking it's his fault. I have to make things right. All Might's not here because I was the reason that made his time fall and the sludge villain released. Damn it. It's my fault. He sees All Might scared out of his mind, thinking he couldn't even save this boy. How could he even call himself a hero? Izuku looks at that. He looks at Bakugo. Even though I don't like you, Bakugo. My legs move on its own. Izuku was running towards the sludge villain, running with all his might. Izuku grabs a pencil off his book bag, and he jumps towards a wall, and he propels off that wall and goes to the sludge villain. He hits one of the eyes with the pencil, and it's the other one. Now the sludge villain is blind. He grabs Bakugo and keeps pulling. Izuku was very strategized in the situation. He knew he can't pull himself out, or he can't pull Bakugo out. So he can't pull up Bakugo without taking out the eyes. So sludge villain does not know what's happening, but he knows that Bakugo is little bit by little bit leaving his body. So he's trying to pull Bakugo in so he can take his body and see again. Izuku noticing that it's being no use. He's trying all his heart, but he keeps pushing to his absolute limit. He's not stopping at all. All Might sees this and he's like, this boy is so worthy. He goes in when his body still moves. He's truly a hero. All Might takes inspiration by the boy, and he turns into All Might's form. Even though this will lessen his time, he has to do it. He goes in and one-shots the sludge villain, takes both Bakugo and Izuku. Bakugo does his bitch boy attitude, like, I didn't need your help, Izuku. You're nothing but a weakless, quirkless nobody. All that shit. Izuku gives him like, yeah, you say that, Bakugo, but guess who saved you? All Might did. But guess who gave you the time for you to survive and made you breathe? Yeah. Now go to Auntie Mitsuki. At least she has common brains to see who's truly a hero. Bakugo was enraged, but still kept it to himself and left. I see the Deku. See the get out sword armor. Being the regular Bakugo he is. Izuku was walking, even though he did save Bakugo and looked like a hero, but he still got scolded by a pro hero telling him, what are you doing? You don't have a quirk, blah, 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 this to the third, or some bullshit like that. Third, all that bullshit. Izuku sighs, walks, and he gets beat by All Might. He's like, I am here. Coughs up a little and deflates. He's like, All Might? Hey, All Might. And he's like, why are you looking down? You just saved a boy. You must feel a real hero. Izuku looks at All Might with a little bit of rage. But to you, do I really look like a hero? Because he's reminiscing on the thing that All Might says, that you cannot become a hero. And All Might says, yes, my boy. I did say those cruel words to you, breaking your dreams. I know what I said was wrong. I hope you could forgive me. Izuku's like, don't worry, All Might. I know you were trying to do that to protect me. Those were still staying. And All Might's like, I know, boy. So don't worry. I see you as a worthy successor. And Izuku's like, what are you talking about? What I mean is, I see you as a hero. You are a hero. Like the legends say, all heroes start with their legs moving on its own to save someone. And that's how All Might stops himself there. You might know what I'm about to say next, but that's how all heroes' origins start. That's how I started, and that's how you're gonna start too. All Might says, and he's like, what do you mean? I don't even have a quirk. And he's like, I know, boy. Because Izuku already had the body of, not the body of All Might, but he already had a body. He already had the body looking all clean, shit like that. So All Might plucks one of his hairs and gives it to Izuku. Izuku's body was already built up, so he takes it. He's like, what am I supposed to do? And All Might inflates again. He's like, eat this, boy. And it's just like, what? You know, all that, stuff like that. So we get with the 9 months training arc and stuff like that. Or not the 9 months, because this is the start of 6th grade. So like we have like 2 years. So before UA. So Izuku, his body was already cleaned, and he cleaned the beach. In 7th grade, he was already at 50%. And 8th grade, or I believe 8th grade, he was already 100% of One For All. Spoilers ahead, I guess, but like, if you guys know what's happening, oh wait, it's not basically spoilers, but if you watch My Hero Academia, I must say Izuku already got Black Whip. Yup, my boy got Black Whip, Float, Smoke Screen, and what's the other one? Danger Sense, I believe. So Izuku probably balling right now. He's pretty balling right now for some reason. So Izuku's pretty OP, and All Might's still thinking like, damn, how does this kid got all this power already? Makes 0 sense. So yeah, Tomura needed to put his game up, but he doesn't know about Izuku yet. So we see Izuku, right? This is the end of 9th grade. Izuku did not show Bakugo his quirks at all. Not even once. Even when Bakugo was telling him to see what was his training, Izuku always shakes him off. All Might, after, like, you know, it's the beginning of the entrance exam, like it's the morning, Izuku walks up to All Might to the same spot, like, you know, the same places where the houses were, and where All Might told him he could be a hero. They walked in that same place, and Izuku's like, remember when you told me how I could become a hero? And All Might's like, yes, young Midoriya. And truly, you've mastered One For All in 2 years. I'm very proud of you. And Izuku's like, yeah, I know. Thank you, All Might. I thought I couldn't achieve my dreams. Now you've made me achieve it and made me go beyond it. I can become the #1 hero. That was truly my dream when I was little. But I always been sidetracked and always blamed myself that I couldn't become the #1 hero because I was quirkless. So at least I could just try to become a hero, even if it's low ranking. Izuku says, it's like, don't worry, my boy. All Might puts both of his hands on Izuku's shoulders. I believe you will be the greatest hero amongst all heroes, greater than I or my predecessors, young Midoriya. Izuku puts a smile on his face, more bigger than All Might's. I will, All Might. I will become the best hero I can, the best hero in the world, the hero that will bring a smile to everybody's face, a hero that, Izuku thinks one more time, a hero that gives hope, to give pride of Japan and all the other nations around the world. I'll be the hero that everyone will look up to, and that everyone will strive to be. All Might giving his trademark smile. Yes, young Midoriya. And I will be there in your endeavors. All Might leaves to go to the UA training arc. Not training arc, my bad, guys. I meant the UA exams. We see Izuku walking up, and we see Bakugo. Deku, how dare you think you could come here? Talk all big and shit, think you're gonna work and shit like that. You know, still talking mad shit because he's still salty about losing. After 3 years, he doesn't, start fighting with Izuku anymore. But he still talks shit. You're still not gonna make it in. You know they don't let quirkless people in there, right? Izuku's like, yeah, I know. Before UA, before he was gonna say anything, he stops. He thinks his mind. Before UA didn't accept quirkless people. So I was thinking about leaning to Shigetsu. They believed that anyone could have been a hero. Even though I should have been there, or I should have went there instead of UA. Even though they banned quirkless people here, I needed this push to join UA. I know there was legal bouts about quirkless people should be in UA, but the people that were funding UA told them no. So that's the real reason why Not in like canon, but I'm just saying in my canon, in this what if that, because people that supply or invest did not want quirkless people to be there, because they think their investment will lose hope, not lose hope, but they think their sources will just fuck up on quirkless people. They think their quirkless people are a waste of money, basically. So yeah, that's why UA didn't have it. Nezu tried his hardest to take away this band, but it did not work. He did not. If he loses his investment, he will lose the school, basically. He will lose his staff. So he had to do it. That's what Zuko found out. And Zuko stopped. He was like, yeah, I know Bakugo, but still. You know what? I don't have to explain anything to you. Zuko says, and Bakugo's like, did you just disrespect me? Yeah, and you're not gonna do nothing about it. Zuko looks at him coldly. Bakugo just scoffs and walks away to the UA extra exams. And Zuko's walking, and he sees this bubbly girl about to fall down. She's about to hit herself in the ground. Zuko, in an instant, activate 1% one for all and catches her. And she looks at him. He's like, thank you. Looking at Zuko. Zuko's like, it's my pleasure. I saw that you were gonna fall down, and I couldn't see a beautiful girl like you falling down. Zuko was way more confident. He's like, I couldn't see someone like you to fall down, so I had to save you. I'll save you regardless, but still. Zuko winked at her and leave. She was blushing madly. So you already know the ship is Ochako. I barely do Ochako what ifs because you know what? I don't know why I hated Ochako. It made zero sense. Like, she did zero shit. It's just because it was all because of my queen Mei Hatsume. Bro, calm down. You had therapy about this. Forget about Mei Hatsume. But like, forget about her right now. We're talking about Ochako Uraka, Mrs. Bubble. So she was still there thinking about the person who saved him, her hero. But then she's thinking, I have to go to the entrance exams. She walks in and stuff like that. And Izuku was not sitting with Bakugo, but he was sitting next to Ochako and Ida. And yeah. Ida does his, regular dumb shit and talks about, you forgot about the 0-pointer, blah blah blah. Stick up my ass. And Izuku tells him to calm down. He's like, don't worry, he was about to explain this. I read the online blog about how things work out here, just to give myself a head start. And Tenya was like, my bad, I'm very sorry about that. How should I say, what was his name again? Oh yeah, Mike. No, his name was fuck, I forgot his name. Oh, my bad, guys. Let me actually just search up his name for a second. Just it was, let me see. Dang, what was his name? I'm so sorry, guys, about this. President Mike. Oh my God, I felt more accomplished in my grades. It was President Mike. My bad, guys. I feel such. How do you do My Hero Academia what ifs if you even know the name of that guy? My bad. But President Mike said to Izuku, he said, thank you for informing this young chap and stuff like that. He's like, and he tells everybody about the 0-pointer, 0 points, and no big deal really. So everyone goes to the thing. Ida has found respect by Izuku. He's very charismatic, very normal, charming, and very soft spoken, but very stern at the same time. Very tall, and yeah, he's a good, let's say my height, 6'3", 6'2", I believe, 6'3", 6'2". Bakugo. I'm gonna say Bakugo was in his entrance exams, right? Or where Izuku's gonna be like in Gamma A. I'm gonna say Gamma A. They're all in Gamma A. Ochako, Ida, the whole 1A class is there. Except Momo, Todoroki, and Momo and Todoroki, they're a recommendation. So basically the whole UA class, Izuku walks up to Ida and Ochako, tells them, don't worry guys, I believe you guys got this, including you, Ida. I heard about your family. And he's like, you already know that? How could you tell? And Ezekiel looks behind Ida and looks up and down. I can't tell. Maybe it's your calves that has engines. So you are Tensei's little brother, right? Wait, you know Tensei? Oh well. Flashback time. Ezekiel was with All Might, and he was, giving Ezekiel pointers to stuff like that. Ezekiel was trying to train one for all, and like he noticed that it was giving mad strain on his arms, but not that much strain because he was using 45%. Then All Might calls one of his friends, right? He brings some heroes that knows what one for all, and I'm gonna say Tensei know what one for all is in this canon. So he brought in Gran Torino and yeah, no, it was Gran Torino, Tensei, and I believe who should I bring in? I'm gonna just say Nezu. So Ezekiel had an acquaintance with Nezu too. So yeah, they're giving him ideas, and Tensei pops up his idea. You're always using your hands, but why don't you use your legs? And Ezekiel's thinking, yeah, I never thought about that. You're trying to imitate All Might. How about you try to be different? Not like me, but how about using your legs or other parts of your body? Your head? Tensei laughs, and All Might laughs like, Tensei, your sense of humor does not disappoint. And Gran Torino's like, yes, you should use your legs, doing the Gran Torino shit. And it's like, I also believe you should use your legs. Ezekiel's thinking, well, I can do that. Ezekiel spreads one for all around his body and does his pointer, and he spars with Tensei. Tensei, right, still beats Deku, but because he uses his fastest reciprocal burst. 45% Deku, like, he's still trying to get a hang of his, speed, so he's not dodging as fast as he can. So Tensei beats Ezekiel, but Tensei's like, wow, you really put me on my toes. You're gonna be good future symbol piece. And Ezekiel gleams like, could you get my autograph? And flashback ends. He's like, yeah, I was acquainted with him once. He trained me on my legs. And he was like, oh, really? Wow, I need to talk to my brother about this. It's like, yeah. And you, Ochako, don't worry. I believe you probably have a strong quirk. What's your quirk again? I never asked you about this. Ochako says, blushing, looking back and looking down again. My quirk is gravity. I know, a weak quirk. Gravity? So you're telling me you control gravity? And Oshako's like, yeah, I control gravity. So Azu's like, oh. Wow. That is such a splendid quirk. If you train this right, you can control gravity, right? Well, that's what the doctor says. If I have a quirk awakening, I might. And quirk awakenings is, I'm gonna say, is a little more common in this canon. So she's like, if I have a quirk awakening, I might control gravity in itself. And Izuku just astonished. Wow, your quirk is so strong. It might even be stronger than mine's in the future. Ochako blushes at what he says. He's like, so, what's your quirk? And Izuku's like, well, it's kind of like a strengthening quirk, but it's more like stockpiling, basically. Oh, really? And before she could say anything, the gates open and Izuku already zoomed. Ida also zoomed because he sees that he sees the errors of his ways, but he's more heroic in this one. So we're not heroic. More like he saw through this. And there was like, oh, and Ochako did too. After seeing Izuku and Ida did it, she just did it too. And everyone was like, why are they leaving off the gates? And President Mike was like, you think heroes wait for a villain to attack first? No, go, go, go. And does all that stuff. Izuku racking up mad points. When I meant points, I meant mad points, bro. You've been hitting up 3 pointers and 4 pointers at the same time. Ochako doing the same, and Ida doing the same as well. We see Izuku just demolishing it, kicks and punches. Izuku even flicked one out of like the stratosphere. That's how strong he is. And not that stratosphere, my bad guys. I'm doing a little too much. He kicks one through the ground so hard that it digged 10 feet down. So Izuku was racking up mad points, stuff like that. Also, Bakugo was racking up his own points, but being as a hothead he was, he thinks he has all the points. Bakugo looks at the leaderboard and he sees it. He's like, what? He sees Izuku 100 points higher than Bakugo. Bakugo's in third place because Ito was doing the same. He was 50 points behind Izuku. But yeah. Ochako was on 5th place behind third place. No, I said third place. 6th place. But still a lot. She's doing enough. She's not fast enough to touch robots at the same time. So she's doing all that, and well, let me think. Oh, my bad, guys. I forgot the 0 pointer. I was about to skip the whole thing. That was so stupid to me. So stupid. I'm so stupid. So we see Izuku, doing all that, and Izuku's like, I think I have enough points. I see Bakugo's 3rd place. Truly hilarious. Izuku was about to leave, right? And then he hears a rumbling. He looks behind him and he sees Ochako trapped behind under 3 pointers, and then you see a 0 pointer about to grab her, or not grab her, crush her. Izuku in the instinct sprinted in light speed, not light speed, but the speed of sound, and he even hits the sound barrier by jumping. He's so fast that he crackles. It's like the air's crackling, like Whitebeard type shit. He hits the 0 pointer so hard, the head of the 0 pointer basically flies and just turns into dust. And then the body was still moving. So Izuku basically fell to the floor, grabs the 0 pointer by the body, and throws it so hard it flies to the atmosphere. Not atmosphere, my dumbass, to space. And Ochako, in disbelief, looking at it, she just because she didn't touch the 3 pointers because she was scared. She froze up for a little. Then she oh wait, then she touched both the 3 pointers and pushes away. She has a sprained ankle, and she was about to walk, but she falls down. Izuku grabs her, and Izuku looks at her. Are you okay? Izuku says. She's like, yeah, thanks to you. Izuku's like, don't worry about it. We future heroes have to protect each other, right? And giving his trademark Izuku smile that makes Ochako blushes like usual as Izuku's antics. Ito's like, wow, you're really strong, aren't you? And you saved Ochako over here. I commend you. You are a better person than I. Clapping and stuff like that. He's like, don't worry about it. So let's time skip all this to when everyone's in class and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm about to speed through this whole thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, everyone gets in. But for some reason, Izuku does. Only Ochako and Ida's talking to him. The others just look at him differently. This is what Izuku is using his super hearing, using one for all. So is that the guy that one shot at the 0 pointer? Yeah, he's a show off, isn't he? I bet he's a cocky bastard. Mina's like, wow, I bet he gets so much babes. Being his Mineta thing. Yeah, everyone else is just doing his cocky shit. Bakugo is just filling them with lies about what Izuku is. Some cocky bastard who doesn't think about nobody. So, it's lunchtime, and Izuku sits down with Ochako and Ida and stuff like that. And basically, the whole other class just goes up and tells him to get off that seat. This is for non-cocky people like you. We don't mess with people that don't think about others. Bakugo, after filling them with lies about Izuku. Ochako tries to defend Izuku, but he's like, no, let's just go. I don't know why they're like that, but we can't do nothing about it. And she's like, but no, you're a good person. You saved me. He's like, yes, you did save her. I don't know why they're saying these such things. He's like, well, I don't know. It's probably Bakugo. And Otaku's like, wait, who's Bakugo? And he's like, well, he was once my friend, but now he's a bully to me. I already showed him why he shouldn't mess with me. But now he's filling our class with lies about me. And yeah. And the other class sits down where Zuko and Ochako and Ida sat, and they're talking mad shit about them. They probably think like Mino's like, you saw his face? I bet he totally beats women or some shit like that. We should save Ochako and Ida before they get hurt. It's like that, and it was like, yeah, and Baku's like, yeah, all that. He actually beat up girls back in my day. You know, making up fucking lies, bro. Like, you know, the snake that he is. Nothing, bro. Like, bro, I want to shove a stick so far up that dude's ass that he's gonna be fucking spitting out splinters, bro. That's how dickish I'm gonna make Bakugo. I want you to hate him in this what if. So Bakugo's filling up the class with lies about what Izuku did and shit like that. Because he got real mad when he thinks Izuku lied about his quirk. So he's filling up with lies and shit like that. But Izuku was like, not trustworthy and shit. So Izuku's technically lying to Ochako, talking about how he was a late bloomer, talking about how Bakugo does not like him at all. Ida is like, oh, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. And Izuku's like, yeah, I know, it's a lot, but I have to deal with it. And now Bakugo's probably gonna fill them with lies, and it's gonna be just like in middle school. Some girls liked me, some guys admired me, but they all turned on me. 7th grade. Another flashback coming up. Bakugo does the same shit, fill up with lies after he lost the fight in 6th grade. They flip the lies about how Zuko probably disrespected his mother, all that. Because Bakugo was also charismatic, but also a dick at the same time. They believed him. I don't know why they did, but they believed him. But the teachers did not believe him. So everyone turned on Izuku, called him names, called him worthless, called him quirkless, called him all those mean things. Izuku didn't even pay a mind to it. You wanna know why? Because Izuku knows that none of them would fight him. They know what's gonna happen. They saw what happened in 6th grade. They saw what happened with what happened to Bakugo. They didn't do that. They're too scared. They're very scared of Izuku. So yeah, Izuku's putting them in their place where they belong. We're not like that, but like Izuku just knows that they're not gonna fight. So when all that happens, we see we go back to the present, and Izuku's telling them all that. Ochako feels sad and hugs Izuku. Izuku blushes this. Girls liked him back in the time, but like Ochako's different. Like they hated him at first, didn't like him, then they hate him again. But now Ochako, she likes him. And Izuku's like, this is the first time I'm feeling something in my heart. Izuku can't complain. Ochako realizes what she did, pushes herself away and says, I'm sorry, Izuku. She taps her 2 fingers, he notches that and shit like that. And Izuku's like, no, it's okay. I enjoyed it. Ochako blushes madly about this. But let's do a little time skip. We're doing the hero versus villain thing. And we see Izuku. He got his costume on, but his costume he did not get fit like last time. Like his mom didn't put up his clothes. No, he got it like he has, and how should I say, the start of the joint training arc. The joint training arc, class 1B and class 1A. That's what his suit looks like. So it's fit up all gear and stuff like that. Made by Hatsume Industries. She ballin'. Like I ain't totally gonna make her better in this. What if? Like what? No. Like I ain't totally give her everything. Like stop. But no, we're like, we see Izuku go against Bakugo and Ochako against Ida. Well, no, you know what? Scratch that. Bakugo and Todoroki against Izuku and Ochako. So we see Ochako and Izuku walk in. He's like, watch out. I can tell he's already filling the whole place with ice. Izuku noticed that it's cold temperatures coming. And Izuku tells Ochako to fly up to the top of the building and go that way. I'll fight Bakugo. I already know the strat he's probably gonna pull out. He's probably gonna come after me. Well, I'm gonna show him why I shouldn't. Izuku walks in and Bakugo runs towards him as blinding speeds But Izuku sees it. He uses 100% one for all in his eyes. To him, Bakugo is like, it's like time stopped. Like he sees Bakugo right there. He pulls out the cuffs and puts Bakugo in the cuffs. And Bakugo, after he finishes it, he looks where what happened to his hands. He's still in midair, and he looks at that his hands were cuffed. And Bakugo's like, what the hell? He falls and hits himself in the face. He's like, oh, my face, what the fuck's happening? And Bakugo noticed that Izuku put cuffs on him. He's like, oh, sorry about that, Bakugo. It was really easy to put you in cuffs. Bakugo's like, what? And then here's an intercoms. Bakugo is now eliminated. He's like, what? Not Todoroki's like, what? He's already taken out? He seriously had firepower when I saw him throw that ball. Yeah, by the way, I skipped that part because Bakugo already knows that Izuku has a quirk because after seeing Izuku eliminates the 0-pointer. So I skipped the part where they threw the ball and stuff like that. So all that, and yeah. So Bakugo captured. Ochako went through the window and touches the bomb. The hero teams win. Todoroki's like, what? How could I lose so fast? It makes no sense. It makes 0 sense, really. Damn it. Todoroki thinks. Don't get mad. You're acting like your father. Wait, don't even call him your father. That man. You know, having his little, Todoroki shit phase. So Ochako and Izuku comes out the building, happy, talking about how they did it together, stuff like that. They give each other that little fist bump they do in canon. And yeah. So let's do a time skip. We go to the USJ attack. We see Izuku in the bus waiting, and everyone was talking about how strong everyone is. And Izuku was the main topic of this story. Izuku was, how should I say, compared to All Might, the great hero, All Might. He was like, yeah, we noticed that your bones don't break, and it's kind of like All Might's. Are you like his successor? This peaks up Todoroki's ears, giving him the Izuku is All Might's child theory. Baku's like, yeah, like you guys would compare him to the great All Might, but not greater than me though. And Asuka was like, Ribbit, didn't you lose to Izuku? And Baku's like, shut up, you frog. You fought frog for brains. And Ribbit, you're just mad because you lose. Yeah, you're kind of like a bully, Kaminari says, but one that talks more shit than he can bring up to the table. He's like, they're roasting Bakugo and shit like that, and stuff like that. But then they bring it to Deku, like, yeah, Zuko, you're kind of cocky, not gonna lie, Ribbit, but not as much as Bakugo tells us. They come out and say, what do you mean? Asui is getting infatuated with Izuku. Not like that, guys, but like she knows that Izuku is more humble than what Bakugo tells him to be. So Asui is changing up. Kaminari, he still believes that Izuku is a cocky bastard that Bakugo believes in, but he knows that Bakugo is also kind of like a dick. But Bakugo is also strong, so he doesn't think anything about it. The other class like, yeah, Izuku, you're kind of cocky. It's like, what do you mean? Never mind. He's like, yeah, cocky. And everyone's like, yeah, like all of them. Momo also noticed that Izuku is humble because she's very smart, big brained. Todoroki also. But the rest of the class is all, dickish, thinking Izuku's all that. Think he's all that and shit like that. So when Izuku gets out of the bus, he just knows that his rep with his class is kind of ass. So he wondered what he can do to save himself from his class. I wonder what he can do to change his reputation and stuff. He really does not know. But, well, things gonna happen sometimes, right? So Izuku and the whole class comes in. Aizawa was talking about blah, 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 this to the third, all that, about saving people and stuff. And then we see a portal appear. As Deku looks at it, he just noticed something's off about this portal. We're not informed about villains coming, fake villains. Kishimoto is like, oh my god, fake villains, lit. As I was like, we didn't order no fake villains. That shit. No, we didn't order no fake villains. There's no Amazon Prime. Get back. He jumps down and tries to attack the villains that appeared. He does quick work of some villains, but he noticed that the class was spread out. Izuku, Asui, and Mineta were transported into the boat thing. And, well, Izuku, right, was trying to make a plan. Mineta's like, so Izuku, tell me, I heard that you're very popular with the ladies and stuff like that. And Izuku's like, it's not the time, Mineta. Asui, he's like, I won't make a plan with you, Izuku. It's like, what do you mean? Oh no, I heard you're arrogant and, all that. And Izuku sits down and talks to her. Look, the things Baku says are all lies, and I believe you can tell this is a lie too. Do you ever suddenly make an arrogant remark about my power? I have not. I'm not cocky. Those are lies that Baku has bred. Also was like, but it's true, but why not? That is true, right? But I need evidence. Well, how should I say it? I didn't destroy the zero pointer to show off my quirk. I did save it to save Ochako Uraka. Like, you did? Yeah. Why do you think she hangs out with me the most? She sees me as a hero, a good friend. Afu was like, maybe you're right. I judged you without even knowing you. Mineta's like, well, I judged you, but like, not in a mean way. You're pretty cool. As he's like, well, thank you, Mineta, but let's put our differences aside and take out these villains. A villain jumps in the boat. He throws a punch to Asui. Izuku catches it, hits him in the gut, then jumps in the air and knees him in the neck. He falls over the boat. Overboard, Izuku said. And then Izuku looks. There's a bunch of villains in the water, so they don't know where our quirks are. Izuku says, Asui, jump. I need you to carry me for a second. Carry Mineta too. She's like, okay. Izuku jumps in the water. He winds up a 30% smash. He hits the ground. It spreads the water apart, and the guys all singing stuff like that. They didn't die, but they all got knocked out. So Izuku gets clear safely, and we see Izuku look. It's like, we did good, guys. His eyes widen when he sees his sensei Aizawa getting pummeled to the ground. Pummeled so hard. It's disgusting. We see his face mashed to the ground. We see Nomu hand covered with blood and ashy, very ashy faced, very chapped lipped boy. Say, yeah, you did great, Nomu. Now let's break the heroes. Let's break the heroes' hope. And he points at the kids. Killed him. Azuku's like, on my dead body. Azuku gets up and rushes towards the Nomu before the Nomu was gonna run at them because he sees his sensei injured. He throws 100% smash at the Nomu in light speed. The Nomu flies back, head completely off. Azuku's like, Tomura Shiraki's like, what? This kid just almost killed my Nomu. Nomu's head regenerates his whole body in an instant. This Nomu was more buffed than I buffed the Nomu more. So even if you cut off his head, it won't. Even if you leave even like a chunk, like a big ass chunk of his brain still functioning, it'll come back. So yeah, Azuku's noticed that it came back, and he sees Aizawa. He grabs Aizawa with lightning speed and puts him at the top of the USJ. You know where the stairs were? He puts him there. Stay there, Aizawa. You don't look so good. Aizawa looks at Azuku. He's like, he's coughing a lot of blood. Don't talk, Aizawa. Or raise your head. You're not. If you keep talking, you're gonna be a goner, okay? Just wait until the heroes arrive. I have to fight this. I'm by myself. I can't rely on my teammates. They're not strong enough to defeat him. It's not me being arrogant. It's just me telling the truth, and you know this too, Aizawa. Aizawa nods his head. Go get him. Izuku says in an instant. His face turns cold. Izuku looks at Shigaraki. So you're the one that's commanding this, huh? Why if I take you out? What will happen? Shigaraki's like, oh shit. And then instant Izuku goes towards Shigaraki. Shigaraki's like, Nobu, protect me! So same. Lightning speeds. The Nobu tings Izuku's hit, but not really. Izuku's hand goes through the Nomu and is an inch away off Shigaraki's face. Izuku sees the Nomu, he jumps, knees the Nomu in the neck, it rips off his head, but Nomu regenerates back again. They throw punches at his Nomu throws punches. Izuku's dodging, but is also landing hits. Izuku's punching, and then he noticed that his punches are not dealing hits no more. Did you notice that my Nomu has a third quirk? You might notice that had regenerations, fourth quirk, my bad. It has a fourth quirk. Regeneration, nullification, and strength, but also it gets stronger each fight. So every time you kill it, it'll come back stronger. Izuku noticed that it's true. Izuku's like, if I destroy the brain, it will not come back. I hope so. Izuku pulls 100% of he pulls 100% in each part of his body, going full of All Might, and then runs towards the Nomu. They land blows to blows. And Bakugo and Todoroki, the whole class is seeing him fight the Nomu in such immeasurable speed. It's godlike, really. And Izuku is taking out the Nomu. Kirigiri grabs Izuku by the arm, right? Or Kirigiri teleports Izuku out of the USJ in an instant. Izuku noticed that he's out of the USJ. He's like, no. Izuku in lightning speeds bust through the door again. But All Might was there this time. He's like, All Might, help me. We have to take out the Nomu. I was like, yes, young Midoriya, let's do this. Even though All Might said that it would took him 5 mighty blows in the original, like he said, if he was in his prime, I'm gonna say because he was like off for one type strong right now. So yeah, that's why my boo was very confident Shigaraki. So Izuku and All Might are double teaming the Nomu. The Nomu's not taking too much hits. Izuku and All Might collide both of their fists on the Nomu's head, and it's basically Izuku and All Might did a fist bump on the head on the Nomu, and it explodes the head. But Instinct is trying to regenerate. Izuku and All Might does a final blow to the brain. This blow destroys both All Might and Izuku's clothes, and it did injure Izuku's hand for a little, but not like break it. Izuku looks at his hand. He sees, so I'm gonna push my limits. I'm gonna push my power to the absolute limit, and this is what got me true power. Izuku and All Might smiles. Everyone is praising Izuku and stuff like that. But this is one thing that people didn't notice. The press was there. They saw Izuku did that. They heard that it was a for some reason Nezu said this. They didn't cover it up. No, they told like everybody, like the cops showed up and everything, so pro heroes can come more faster. And the press was there when they saw Izuku and All Might double team that thing. They're calling Izuku the second All Might, the second coming of All Might. Really, the second symbol of peace, the successor of All Might. And this riled up the class like a lot, except Ochako, Asui, Todoroki, and Mineta, because Mineta's Mineta, and Ida. I'm probably gonna say a couple more people. I'm gonna say Momo too, because she didn't believe Bakugo's words, and yeah, and Kirishima, because he's my guy. So like basically, I'm gonna say half the class is divided. So, all right. Izuku walks in the dorms, not the dorms. He walks in the halls and stuff like that. They're about to implement the dorms though. So, Izuku is walking. He's walking in the the hallways of UA, and everyone's talking about like, oh my god, you saw the video of Zuko, dude was badass. He just took out Nomu with All Might. Bro, gonna be the new symbol of peace. Hyping up Azuku and shit like that. Azuku's like, stop it, guys, stop. Azuku gets into class. Aizawa praises Azuku a little, but this really makes the other class hate him a little. The half of the other class. The other side, we're sitting next to Azuku and chalk and stuff like that, right? So haters gonna hate, I believe so. They all hating on Azuku's. They really preying on Azuku's downfall. You know how haters be like. And Azuku didn't take this to heart because they're just mad because they ain't him. They just mad because they ain't him. That's all you need to know. They mad because they ain't him. So we see Azuku do this, that, and then we do a time skip right after Azuku did all this with class. Talk to him, got more rep on his name, become better and stuff like that. We time skip to the sports festival. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, this is a movie though. This is probably like a 2-hour movie. Who knows? I'm probably gonna like speed this up a little. Probably gonna finish like at the 25 mark, or probably the 45 mark. Who knows? But let's start again. We see Azuku in his class, and they about to leave the class, stuff like that, and we see a crowd of people, right? And they like saying Azuku's all this, like that, when he's cocky as fuck because they have Azuku, and they think he's arrogant because Bakugo keeps mouthing his fucking name off to everybody, talking about, oh, this, that, the third, Bakugo, 0 bitches, never gonna get my dick wet. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up before I knock your ass out. Like, bro, I want to beat him up so bad, but I can't because he's fictional. Like, fuck. It's not. I'm just playing. But like, yeah, that happens, and Bakugo, well, he walks out because everyone believes Bakugo, and Azuku walks out looking at everyone with a cold face. Team Azuku, or basically Azuku's team, Team Deku, walk out. Team Deku has Momo Yaoyorozu, Asui, Moneta, Ida, and Ochako. Todoroki and Azuku became good friends after USJ. That's all I'm gonna say. And I believe, yeah, Azuku was helping, trying to change, Todoroki's breaking point to use his powers. His other side is almost there, but it's gonna happen in the, in the sports festival. So we begin where, we start where everyone was announcing everything. We see Azuku. Azuku was like standing tall. He's like, okay, Azuku, you are the winner of the entrance exam. So you get to do your speech. Bakugo scolds at this dumb shit. Everyone's like, yeah, but you do a weak ass speech. Azuku grabs a speech and he's like, let me grab my mic right here. He looks at everyone. He's like, well, I believe that UA does not find me kindly. They do not like me, and I can see it for myself. They believe the lies of Katsuki Bakugo. Once my friend turned a childhood bully. And he's like, what, Azuku was bullied? Like, what do you mean by that? He's like, yeah, I'm calling you out, Bakugo. I have enough of this. I have enough of your lies to everybody. I had to change half the class to like me. I had to change them to show them I wasn't the arrogant prick that you say so much. I don't know why you want me to be the. I don't know why you want me to look like you so much, Bakugo. But I'm not you. I won't be you. I'm being a hero not for the fame or the glory, not for the money or the women, not for the pride. I'm doing this because I want the sense of self, of no guilt, of just helping the people in need. When I see someone hurt, it hurts me. When I see someone calling for help, I want to help. I want to be the hero that everyone will call out. I want to be the hero that everyone will rely on, the hero that everyone will believe in, the person that people will believe that hope is still alive and here. People are calling me the second coming of All Might. People are calling me the new #1 hero. But we will have to see. All Might smiles, and everyone sees All Might looking at Zuko. And Zuko smiles. Yeah, I'll be the hero that everyone else in this world will see me as a beacon of hope. And I hope this day will come. But for now, let's all have fun. Show off our quirks to the world. As Deku says, and everyone claps, so like that, giving that good up, you did a great speech. Like I'm gonna say like the majority, not much, like the whole majority of like the people that call Deku like all this, all that, got to your trash, or like clapping shit like that, yeah, Bakugo, all that shit like that. Like another percentage of the class like think Izuku was right, shit like that. Other things that he just fucking around. I'm gonna say that the people are, dang, I forgot. Kirishima's also Team Izuku. I'm gonna say like it's gonna be Sato, and Koji. Even though I like Kaminari is also there. Jiro, Bakugo of course. Just like the other people I'm not listing off are probably there. Kishima's a Team Deku though. I'm glad. Okay. We see Izuku get off the podium and stuff like that, and it goes down, and everyone's clapping, giving Izuku handshakes. Like, oh my god, second coming, Deku, shit like that. So they do the race thing, and I'm not gonna hold you guys to this. Like, Izuku wins. Like, come on, bro, come on. And the cavalry battle. Like, I'm just gonna give you a brief second of what's happening in the cavalry battle. Izuku gets 1 million. He has Ochako. Ida, and Ochako, Ida. Todoroki couldn't come because that, I'm gonna say Momo, right? And yeah, those three and Izuku. So yeah, that was the team for the cavalry battle. They won, and yeah. Right back. Okay. We see Izuku finally get to the fight, and we go up to Izuku against the Mind Boy. His name is Shinso. Yeah, I got it right, Shinso. Shinso was telling, before it starts, he was talking mad shit about like, you were born with a blessed quirk, like you're born blessed and shit like that. Like I was born with this villain quirk, villain. Life is hard. You will never understand. Izuku says something, and then he fucks up, but then he instantly just snaps out of it. Izuku walks up to Shinso. Shinso was about to throw a punch, and Izuku dodges it and hugs him. You might think, why is he doing sentimental shit? Just knock his ass out. And Izuku's like, Izuku walks to Shinso, he hugs him like I said. He's like, I understand what you're going through. I know I was blessed with a quirk like this, but I need to tell you the truth. I didn't have this quirk for a long time. I was born quirkless. This hits Shinso. He was born quirkless. Shinso knows what quirkless goes through. It's like double what he goes through basically. It looked like I was diagnosed quirkless, but I was born with a latent quirk, a quirk that was deep inside me. It was released. He says, and Shinso was like, I'm sorry. Shinso looks at him just like, I was wrong about you. As he's like, good. So let's have our own fight. I won't use my quirk, and you won't use yours. And it's just hand-to-hand combat. And well, you already know how this went. He got his ass beat, but like, Izuku trained himself in multiple martial arts, so he golden. He a golden boy right now. So when he drops that, we get to, let's see, Todoroki versus Deku. Like I say with the other fights, it happens in canon, so yeah. But no, I was about to say something now. I was canon. Izuku against Todoroki. Todoroki and Izuku walk in. They look at each other. Izuku's like, so you're gonna use your quirk against me? You know you need it to defeat me, right? And Todoroki's like, yeah, I know, but still, I don't need to. Izuku's like, what do you mean? You don't need to. Well, I've been working my ice, and I figure out this new technique that makes my ice far superior than my old old ice. I call it sub-zero temperatures. Not like he didn't call it sub-zero temperatures. Call it zero. This technique will destroy your quirk, Izuku. Not destroy your quirk. What am I saying? I'm trying to do some fucking god tier speech, but I'm like mumbling like a bitch right now. My bad. He's talking about his new technique. It's called zero, right? He's about to show it off. It's like, fine, but remember, and this is the quirk that this is what it's gonna hit Todoroki's heart. Remember, it's your quirk, not his. So remember, don't have the shackles of what you think about your quirk. Don't be a bird in a cage like I used to be. Don't let your quirk control who you're destined to be. Your quirk doesn't define you, or doesn't define him. The quirk that you're born with, even if it resembles the quirk that your father did to you, or what your father has, doesn't make a difference. You're born with this quirk, and you'll die with it. So at least make the best of it. As Izuku says, quirks doesn't determine who you are. It really is what you do with it. As Izuku says. And then they start. Everyone was like gasping, like, "Oh my god!" Like this dude, like on tear. Like that speech even hit some villains. Not gonna lie. So they both they both squint. I said squint. My bad. That's a squint. Sprint towards each other. Todoroki is about to use his technique, and he's thinking about using his fire. Much blending. His shackles are breaking. Izuku's about to throw a 50% punch at Todoroki. Then Todoroki's like, fine, let's use it. Zero. His hands turn fully black. It's like hockey, but like not like it, but like a cold version of hockey. It's like if you had frostbite, but this is not affecting Todoroki. A big hole. It's like a whole dragon out of ice comes out. It flies towards Izuku. Izuku throws a smash. 50%, no, I'm gonna say 45% smash. It does not affect the dragon at all. It was harder than let's see, I don't even know what to say, titanium? It was very hard. It was very hard substance of ice. This hurt Izuku's hand. It's like hitting a dry wall or concrete to him. So Izuku backs off a little. He's like, I have to raise up my speed a little. But the dragon is not letting loose. It's throwing, or is breathing out ice that looks like fire. Izuku's finally using his quirk. The ice dragon throws fire, and fire is not melting the ice. That's how solid it is. So the fire basically is trying to consume Izuku, and Izuku's like, fine, he's using his quirk to the fullest, so I should use mine. Izuku says he rounds up to 99% of his quirk. He throws another punch to Todoroki's ice, but Todoroki's ice dragon noticed something is gonna be up, so he dodges it. Izuku then kicks it to the ground, breaks off its whole head. So he's like, you need a lot to learn with your fire quirk. You will. Izuku then dashes towards Todoroki, grabs him by the neck, not in that villain way, but throws him out of the arena. But Todoroki catches himself by the time. You're right. Todoroki makes his hand combine. I hope this works. Even though I didn't even practice on my fire, I hope my talents and my potential can do this. I hope I can imitate what I do on my left side. Wait. Was it right or left? Right side. What I can do on my right side. Or it's fire right side. It's so confusing. I'm gonna say what I can do on my ice side. Todoroki then makes a whole another ice dragon, but then he makes a fire dragon at the same time. These are like polar opposite with each other. This fire is blue, like the ice. What people see is like, oh my god. It's like it's like, how should I say, Dabi levels of fire. And this is straining himself because it would have to his ice, it didn't hurt him. But with his fire, it's hurting him because he doesn't train with it. So he's going all out for this one. Izuku smiles. and I'll go all out. It went to 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Izuku's body, it's glowing. His hair is going up. 100. Izuku dashes towards the two entities that was going towards him. They collide. Cementos tried to stop it in the second, but it had no effect. The explosion was devastating. It took 3 minutes for the smog to clear. We see Izuku's hands up in the air. His whole body's ripped to torn, and just like, it's not body torn up, but like his shirt's all ripped out and stuff like that. Stuff like his arm, not arm. I was about to say his arms ripped off. No, but it's like his shirt's all ripped up and stuff like that. But his shirt was out, and he had scratches, like very bad scratches, like it's like leaking out of blood. So he was like, "You really did a fine job, Todoroki." To the end, we see Todoroki knocked out of the ring, out cold. His body is actually like not fucked up, but like you can see that he broke some of his bones. We see Izuku walk out the ring. We see Minette say, "The winner is Izuku Midoriya." So Izuku, like, he blessed, like he real blessed right there, taking out Todoroki. Everyone was cheering Izuku's name. Or not Deku, they're showing him in his hero name, because I'm gonna say they gave the hero name much earlier, because like who wouldn't get their hero name like very fast. But like I'm gonna say before the USA, it was not USA, it was like in the middle of the USA, I guess. Like before, like it was in the middle between the sports festival and the USJ where they got the bigger names. So screaming out Deku, 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 because Chaco's the reason why he uses that name. So, Deku, Deku, Deku. And Shaka was like, "Oh my god, he's so cute." Stop. But yeah, Azuki looks at Chaco and smiles. Oh, that smile would diminish. That smile would diminish in the next fight. We see Ochako against Bakugo, and you know how this is gonna turn out. Bakugo, because he knows that Izuku and Ochako has kind of a relationship that's coming up, grown up, he doesn't even let loose. Even Aizawa, he's not even saying that he respects her. No, he's like, "Damn, no, this kid's going out. I'm just a way to beat her ass. I need to stop this fight." Midnight stops the fight and stuff like that, and we see Ochako pummel to the ground. Her body is scathed with bruises, but she tries to get up, but it didn't work. You could tell that her body is like fully demolished to the ground. Bakugo kept kicking, even though the fight was over. Bakugo was disqualified because he kept hitting her, even though the fight was over. Izuku was enraged. So enraged. His body blew. He uses 100% in the instant. While the other teachers were gonna stop him, Izuku gets in the match, kicks Bakugo so hard in the face that he flies back. Bakugo hits the ground. He's almost out cold. Izuku kneels to see Ochako. Her body's bloodied up. Her face, she's trying to open her eyes to see Izuku. She's like, "Please, Deku." Oh, Izuku's like, Don't worry, just don't worry." He hugs her. Please don't go. Please don't go. Come on. The teacher grabbed Ochako. "Please heal her. Please," he said to Recover Girl. And she's like, "I'll see." She's barely even holding on to life. Izuku looks at Aizawa. Aizawa knows what he means by that look. So we see Aizawa looking at Izuku, and then he nods his head. "So, Bakugo, you're disqualified. But I can tell what Izuku really wants. He wants to fight you here and now. Not usually what I'll do, but hey, you did something very, very I didn't want to say it really. She did something devastating to her. Might even damage her hero career in the future. Everyone's screaming, yeah, beat his ass. So, the next match will be, or our match now, will be Izuku Midoriya against Bakugo Katsuki. Bakugo gets up. He's like, why don't you disqualify him for, before you can say the thing he was about to say about him punching him before the match started. He's like, you punched a girl, not like that. You punched an opponent that was already on the ground, that the fight was already over. You have no say in this. Bakugo, fine. I'll beat his ass anyway. Start, as I said, in the instant. Izuku blitzed towards Bakugo, knees him in the stomach so hard, put both his hands together and collides them with Bakugo's head. Izuku hits Bakugo. Bakugo flies back again, but Izuku runs towards him, grabs his legs, and slams him to the ground. He starts whamming Bakugo. Bakugo's bleeding, but he's still conscious. Izuku kicks Bakugo in the chin, and Bakugo goes back one more time. Bakugo's like, fuck it. Ultimate Hauser Impact. He tries to use his Hauser Impact. Before he can do the explosion, Izuku grabs his arm and crushes it in his hands. Izuku looks at Bakugo. Look, Bakugo, you might beat me, or fight me, or call me all the names you want, lie about me, tell everybody that I'm an arrogant bastard who should be killed. But tell me, why would you hurt someone that I dear the most? Because, Deku, if I got through her to you, I knew you. Coughing blood. If I got through you to her, I knew you would break down. But I didn't know you would fight me like this. Well, you thought wrong. Izuku uses what Tensei told him a long time ago. He uses his head to butt his head. Bakugo is knocked out. Izuku throws him in the air and then kicks him. Bakugo flies out the ring. Izuku says, I forfeit. And everyone's like, what do you mean? I already defeated Bakugo and he's already disqualified, so I forfeit. Why? Because I would like to wait on her bedside when she wakes up. Izuku says in his mind. Izuku walks out. Everyone's like, wow, you really didn't do it for the fame, huh? Everyone's like complimenting Deku and then start clapping about him, how great he was, stuff like that. Then we time skip. We see Izuku sitting next to Ochako's bed. Ochako wakes up. What happened? We see Ochako look at Deku, and Deku's like Deku's like looking at her like, you're awake. You've been up for 3 hours. The sports festival ended already. And Ochako's like, wait, you've been here for 3 hours? Yeah, I did. I even forfeited my match just to come to see you. Ochako's like, why would you do that? You had so much to... Ochako's like, Izuku's like, no. It's my fault why you're like this. No, it's not. It was Bakugo's fault. No, Ochako. I'm the reason. Bakugo wanted to go through you to me. So that's what he did. So, I gave him no mercy. I forfeited my match just to see you. Ochako, before Izuku can say anything, you know how it is. Ochako kisses Izuku passionately, of course. Izuku does not hold back. He puts his arms around her, and she puts her arms around his neck. You know, they do a full-on makeout section, shit like that. And she's like, "You're my hero, Izuku. You always have been." Izuku's like, "And I always will be." So, yeah. So let's do a time skip. Yeah, time skip. Okay. Yeah, time skip. I love my time skips. You know what I mean? Okay, we get time skip for the training arc. Yep, everyone's gonna train their quirks. Bakugo did not get expelled, but he got suspended. He got suspended, and he was in the dorms, and he had to do cleanup duty the whole day. Check that. He had to apologize to Ochako, even though his apology was kind of meaner and ass. He still apologized. because he can't do shit. But, so all that, and this is what's gonna happen. Okay, it's time for the training arc. Blah blah blah. They ride there. Ochako and Deku are really close, very very close. They sit next to each other, but the other classes don't know about their relationship yet. Stuff like that, and yeah. So they get there. They do the little fighting with those monster things. Like no one cares about that. They unpack. They actually get rooms this time. They don't sleep outside. They get wait, where they even slept? Like I never saw their sleeping quarters. With like on the floor. So yeah, I'm gonna say instead they get like rooms, right? And stuff like that. And we hear Ochako giggling and shit like that. She opens the door and goes to Zuko's room. Like that. They just do regular teen stuff in there. Play Uno. Nah, they fucking make out and shit like that. Get it on. Stuff like that. But they didn't do it yet. They're still kids. Zuko's responsible. He didn't have a condom on him. Like he never thought he would go this far. But like, yeah. She slept with Zuko the whole day. Not like that, guys. She slept on his bed with the boy. Yep. Like that. Not yet, guys. But yeah. My God, my throat's like killing me. So we see Izuku. I keep saying a lot. Let me stop that. We see Izuku, right? Go outside, and we see him cook up food for like the class he likes. So he balling really, like not balling, like he balling with food, like he good cook. Like I'm gonna say that his mom teach him well. How moms be like, they be teaching the kids and stuff. And Izuku been balling. He made food for a whole class, even the people that don't even like him. So he's trying to get his rep up, cool with them, be friends with them, even though they don't like him like that. So he even did for 1B too, and 1B appreciates Izuku. Even Monoma likes Izuku, and that's something to say. If even your class don't like, even if your class don't like you, but Monoma does, and you're a class 1A, you must be doing something right or wrong. Because how can you dislike someone more than Monoma? That's like impossible. Like stop. So that happens, and we see Izuku, doing all that, and they did all the training things, all this, and now we get to the good stuff. The beautiful stuff. Koda still hits Izuku in the balls, but like Ochako and Ida were there to protect him. So I'm like, don't do that again. He's like, you think heroes. So yeah, we get to the villain attack. The villain attack happens, and we see all the kids and stuff like that running around, and people are getting slaughtered. Not like slaughtered, my bad. Like people are getting hurt and stuff. And we see Izuku, right, trying to find Koda. And we see Koda getting jumped by Muscular, right? He's getting pummeled, but like he's bleeding a little. Not pummeled, but he's running, but getting hit at the same time. Muscular was about to throw a hit, but Izuku comes in and hits him so far in the face. Like he hits him so far. I don't know why I'm saying that more. Like I'm trying to like communicate with you guys, but like it's hard because how damaged this Muscular guy's gonna be. Because Izuku hits him so hard in the face that it caves his skull in. He flies back and he tries to use his ligaments to fix his this face. He gets up and smiles. So, a worthy opponent. I'm still gonna kill you. Wait, kill you? I can't do a Muscular impression. Like it's hard. Izuku's like, oh yeah, let's test out that theory. He says he uses 100% of One For All around his body, and he goes towards Muscular. Muscular runs towards Izuku, and they both collide, punches with punches. Koda was amazed to see such greatness before him. Like looking at Izuku just dropping Muscular. Izuku kicks Muscular leg, and Muscular goes on his knee, and Izuku kicks him in the face. Izuku flies back. Muscular flies back. Izuku dashes towards him, goes behind him, and kicks him in the head. Goes up to the air. Izuku is about to finish him with One For All 100%. He jumps in the air, and then he uses float. He punches Muscular, and then he uses his black whip to bring him back. Kept punching him, bring him back. Kept punching him, bringing him back. Punch. Just like that's spoilers. I can't tell you guys. But if you read the manga, you know what I'm talking about. He's basically doing what Izuku did to him, basically. You know what I mean? So he's basically doing Muscular like that. And like, but then the League of Villains show up, like Toga, and like some people come up, and Izuku notices that. He's like, not Ida, Koda, you have to go. And he's like, how? They're gonna notice me. Don't worry. Izuku uses smoke screen. He gets out. Koda gets out and he runs. Go to them. I fight like, he had to fight Toga, right? Toga was looking at Deku bleeding a little, just a little blood. She like nutting by his presence and shit like that. Like she need to go to therapy. Thinking about Izuku's big fat shalongalong. Like, calm down there. I bet she think about that shalong because I heard that blood pumps towards that area. So she's gonna be happy. Because that's Toga for you. And that guy that shoots people with guns and stuff. So Izuku puts a smoke screen around them, and it's Toga. Muscular is already down, and that guy that uses smoke. So yeah, but the guy Izuku's using his danger sense, so he's looking around, right? He feels something that's gonna come. Izuku dodges it. It was a bullet. Then we see Toga behind him, and he's like, how did she already find me? I can smell your blood, my sweet Izuku. That's so muscular. That's what that Koda kid said. Izuku's like, what the fuck? He throws a punch towards Toga. She dodges, and Izuku doesn't want to hit her. Like, she's very, I don't know how to say it. He doesn't want to hit a girl, but he like, it's like a shivery's telling him not to do it. And then we see her transform into Ochako. I can tell that you have a relationship with her, don't you? Now Izuku does not want to hit her. So Izuku just pushes her off and runs towards the guy that's shooting the gun. He dodges. Izuku comes close right behind him. He grabs his mask. Because Izuku was covering his own mouth, he grabbed his mask and let him kill himself. I know that's some brutal shit, but like, well, he got it coming. He didn't kill himself, but like, he kind of knocked himself out by using his own gas, while Izuku was using his gas to like cover everything. So Izuku's like, finally, he's neutralized. Now that Toga felt, before anything happened, Izuku felt a sharp pain behind his back. He sees that blood is going, that his blood was going to Toga. He sees that, and then he feel like he assessed what her quirk was, so he grabbed the thing behind his back and then yanked it. They ripped the cord so the blood wouldn't go towards her. She comes out and she sees Izuku. She's like, oh, Izuku. For that, Izuku's like, fuck it. He kicks her in Ochako's face. Like, no, he kicks her. He kicks Toga that looks like Ochako basically, and then she like knocked out. So Izuku does that, and Izuku good and stuff like that. But before anything can happen, he gets teleported. He slammed down against two like chairs or stuff like that, and it was not quirked in hands, but like he would just hold down for a second, and there's people with guns straight towards his face. Like, not guns, but like, you know, there was what was his name? Not Shito. Shigaraki was there next to him. Like, his whole fingers, almost 5 fingers were almost on him. But he was told not to kill him yet, because he heard he was the successor, or like, this is what All For One accessed from Izuku, that he was the successor of One For All. As you can tell, because, you know, he's in the quirk of his previous predecessors, and he like almost the image of All Might. So like, he's thinking that like the boy is him. He's the one. So All For One walks out of his own portal after Izuku was trapped by Kirigu's portal and stuff like that, and put into place. He's like, so I finally get to take the quirk that's mine. Before that, tell me, boy, how you became All Might's successor? Izuku told him this little story. He's like, oh, All Might, almost broke the kid's heart. Maybe it was guilt that gave him your quirk. He's like, shut up. That's not the real reason, and you know it. Oh, is it, boy? Trying to manipulate Izuku. You know, regular All For One shit. And Izuku's like, I'm pretty sure in time they're gonna bust in. Any time. Izuku, before he was about to take his quirk, there was a knock on the door. Pizza? Everyone looks at the door. And kaboom! All Might busts through there. He sees his predecessor, Izuku. It's like, Izuku! He sees All For One. For one, he throws a Detroit smash and it hits All for One out of the building. We see Izuku get off his chains, and we see Todoroki shocked in fear. Izuku grabs his finger, his last finger, and breaks it before he can touch him. Then he slams Todoroki to the ground. Before anything could happen, we see Izuku, right, get off the building with All Might. We see All for One like, no. He uses his multiple quirks to make an explosion that makes a whole crater around the place that happened, after teleporting Shigaraki and all the other villains out. Even Toga, that was knocked out in the other place, out, and that guy that knocked himself out. What do you call him? When that uses a gun and gas mask. So, this is the ultimate climax. Isn't it? All Might. All for One says, or Toshinori, I should say. Toshinori and them clash, and he told Izuku to stay back, not to fight him yet. And All for One's taunting All Might. He's like, oh, but why not give him some, how should I say, training? Like, I should give him a little hand, huh? Remember? It was the same case with you and your master. No, don't say her name. Oh, you mean Nana Shimura? Or should I say, Shigaraki's grandmother? This shook All Might to the core. Hearing that, Izuku noticed. He's like, so that must be my predecessor's grandson. Nana Shimura comes to Izuku. Yes, it is. I failed him. I failed my family. Izuku's like, don't say that, Nana. Only a glimpse we heard. You can hear the predecessors only like once a time. So he told her he reassured her, don't worry. And Izuku walked up to All Might. All Might, don't be scared in the face. What? Don't be scared in the face of danger. Even what you heard, what he said, we still can change Shigaraki. I can see a little good in him. Izuku says, yeah, good. Really? All for One says, like you could change him. You're only saying that so you can calm down. All Might, you may be right, All for One. I'm sorry, All Might, but it's true. I try to calm you down. But forget this. You have people to save, people to protect. As he says, and he gives a 100% one for all and dashes towards All for One. All Might's like, no, Izuku! Oh, she's okay. I can tell that All Might is very worried about me. I might die here, but I can protect my master. 100%. And then Izuku uses a black whip. All for One's like, what? Now. Smoke screen. All for One's looking around. He can't see Izuku. He tried to use a quirk to try. He tried to use one of his quirks to try to see through it, but it didn't come in avail because Izuku grabbed him by his neck. He throws him to the ground, but still using Black Whip, throws him back up and punches him, pummeling like he did to Muscular, but it's doing less effect. Izuku notices it. Then he feels his danger sense. It's like a predator to prey. Izuku's like the prey, and All for One was like the predator. Izuku's like, no. I'll use more percentage of it, even though if I have to break me. All the predecessors are telling Izuku, don't do it. This might kill you. Ochako looking at the screen, seeing Izuku. She tried to float towards Izuku's location. We see Izuku using Black Whip and all he has left. All for a one for all. 1,000,000%. His body was changing. It was buffing up a little. Even though it's straining his body, he's doing it. He pulls All for One for a single clash. All Might. Izuku screams, I need your help for this last smash. Izuku says, fine. All Might buffs back for the last time. In one hand, he jumps, goes towards Izuku. They're both in the air. Izuku, they both scream out, one for all. United States of Smash! You know, obliterates All for One, killing him in the process. Izuku's danger sense cools down, knowing that the danger was now set. Izuku falls down, knocks out. wakes up in the hospital, seeing that his quirk took a great dent off of his lifespan. I'm gonna say if he lived up to 80, he probably gonna live up not that much of a dent really. It's like a good 75. It took 5 years off of his life basically. So Azuka's probably like, well, that sucks. He's thinking. He breathes in and out. He sees Ochako sleeping next to his bedside. I miss you very much. You're the reason why I didn't want to die in this battle, Ochako. Ochako gets up. I know, Azuka. She hugs him. And Azuka, I love you. Azuka, I love you too. Would you marry me, Ochako? She says yes, you know, giving all that bullshit soulmate stuff. Now, Azuku becomes the #1 hero. He's respected. He becomes the #1 hero. He has 3 kids with Ochako. Ochako's the #3 in the class. You know, the top greatest heroes in the world. Shigaraki, well, he's gonna have his little sequel. Who knows? Maybe I'll make a part 2 of this movie, or where we see the next generation. Who's gonna have the next One for All, right? Who's gonna have One for All next? Who knows? Azuka-san? Bakugo's kid? Just fuck with you. Bakugo probably killed himself. That's fucked up. But enough of me, guys. Hope you like this What If. This is the first movie I ever make, and I hope you guys like it. And good.